Hey guys, it's me here, Reviews here. Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be doing Radicalization is a Myth. Have to get that out quick, you know. And yeah, fucking this bitch is stupid as all hell. I did a last video on this channel, AJ Plus. So I went through the videos and found a couple others. So yeah, let's get into this.
I'm old enough to remember when the word radical was surfer bro lingo and not used to characterize any Muslim committing a violent crime. In fact, when we used to talk about radicals, we meant these guys. And now we mean these guys.
Mate, shut up, mate. Gay also used to mean happy, but look what happened to it now, alright? You know, it changes. And also radicalization isn't like just saying that Muslims, what violent crimes done by Muslims, it means they are radicalized. So that means, like, say that you're a normal person and the people who are radicalizing you into ISIS. It's a way of getting into ISIS and getting people in there. Alright, it's not actually a crime committed by them, dickhead.
And sometimes we're afraid that includes all of them too.
No one is saying all Muslims, mate. We get this argument all the time. It's not all Muslims, okay? We're doing the conversation on the pretense that you think that already. Of course we know it's not all Muslims, you fucking ignorant bastard.
But what makes a radical today anyway? Well, here's the biggest open secret about radicalization. It doesn't exist. Whoa, Sana, you can't say that. What? You can't just say that radicalization doesn't exist. Hello? What about all those people who are threatening the democratic bedrock of our country and freedom? The GOP presidential candidates? No, these guys. According to Wikipedia, where we get all our 101 information anyway, let's be real. Radicalization is the process by which an individual comes to have extreme political, social, or religious beliefs that are anti-status quo. But when we talk about radicalization, we don't mean these guys. We mean Muslims.
Because nowadays they cause the most terrorist attacks, the Islamic State. You know, in November of 2014, it was over 44% of all terrorist attacks that month. Only that month, I'm guessing it means a month. Yeah, it means that month. And they're at the top of the food chain, boy. And the second place is 16%. You see that big difference right there of terrorism, okay? And it doesn't. I don't think it mentions no Christians on it whatsoever. And that must mean the other, which is only 3%. So you know the difference there is quite large, you know, not big. You hear that? You're hearing that, boys? Seriously, if you did hear that, oh, it was just a fucking thing outside. I don't know. I'll check.
No one asked, where was he radicalized when a white dude goes on a shooting spree in a school or theater? White men have been responsible for 64% of mass shootings in this country since 1982. And they get the privilege of being lone wolf shooters or mentally ill shooters or alienated and adrift shooters.
No one calls them lone wolf shooters, let's be honest here. And yes, there are other things that go into a guy that might mass shoot. Such as if he's sane of mind. If you're making it out to be like it's fucking the same thing. If someone's not sane of mind and someone's in Islam and is sane of mind, well, you know, in the aspect of this, then it's completely different because this person basically has no control over his own sane mind. He might have like voices in his head. I don't particularly know, and it might have a bad upbringing. You know, there's other things that might go into it other than fucking a religion, and that's the difference between that and Islam. Islam is a religion and they're doing it for a purpose. Well, obviously the people doing mass shootings obviously have a purpose, but they have a purpose as an Allah, and they constantly keep on doing it by the same group. You see the difference there. If people mass shootings were part of a group, then I'd say you have a point, but it's not. It's done specifically by one person, and that's it.
There's not much talk about how even the US government has said that the real domestic threat to national security are right-wing anti-government groups. And the president isn't telling white people that there hasn't been enough pushback against extremism.
I think that just might be so they can get their fucking higher votes in the general public, saying that right wings are doing the problem. But anyway, it doesn't matter. He's saying not enough extremism getting pushed back. Well, the fucking, what's his name? Obama, he's fucking very regressive. He's like fucking, oh, let the Muslims in, boys, please. Oh, please. I need them here. I love them. If you're going to say that, then, you may as well just say he's a massive pussy as well.
In their communities. Wow, the comment section is hella gonna call you racist for that. And there's no set criteria for what the process of radicalization even looks like.
Yes, because it's such a difficult thing to narrow down to just a one-by-one list. There could be multiple ways that it happens. It could be religion, it could be the public, it could be the way you're treated as a child. If you were born up Christian and that. It's because there's so many different ways that it could happen. That's why there isn't a complex, fucking narrowed down, one-by-one list of how you can become a fucking jihad. You feel me, dog? You really feel me?
Or what a radical actually is. With the Boston bombers, we obsessed over Tamerlan Tsarnev's YouTube history. With the Paris attackers, we obsessed over gay bars, alcohol, implied promiscuity. And with San Bernardino's Sayyid Rizwan Farouk and Tashfeen Malik, we obsessed over Malik becoming more and more religious.
Are you really using that as an argument? Really? They're searching stuff up? And, promiscuity and, like, Muslims should have rights in that shit. How is that even an argument that it doesn't exist? I'm not getting you. I'm seriously not getting you.
So is radicalization being religious or not? Is it having anti-US foreign policy views? Is it being isolated from society?
I'd say it's all over the above, because it's such a complex thing that you can't particularly narrow it down to just one. Okay, it's all those cases put to one, or it's all those cases spread out. It's such a complex thing that I can't understand it. Okay, it just doesn't tickle my fanny pack. You feel me, dog?
In the US, you can't be prosecuted for your speech, even if your views are extreme and really gross, except in very specific, hard to prove cases. So yeah, the Constitution protects your right to be a Nazi, to say anti-black crap. It even protects your right to advocate for consensual love between a grown man and a child. Because views aren't actions. Actions can be criminal, but views, nope. And continuing to talk about radicalization without any set criteria and targeting only Muslims when we talk about radicalization.
First of all, why was she going on about free speech and all that crap? I don't know why. Anyway, we're not just targeting Muslims. Well, we are, mainly. Not Muslims. ISIS. A select few of Muslims. I'm sure it's a small minority of Muslims. You feel me, dog? But, we're not talking about not all. Not all. Remember that. And that's because they do most. If you go back to the fucking stats I showed you just a minute ago, it shows you that ISIS is doing most of the fucking crap that may be classed as terrorism. Just an idea, maybe. I couldn't possibly know.
Makes anything and everything that Muslims do suspect. So you get programs like CVE, you get surveillance in mosques, homes, businesses, you get 15,000 informants nationwide, and you get a community that has some serious trust issues.
I don't know if you particularly trust anybody anyway. Like, that's not how I run it. If they show me trust, then I will trust them anyway. But because over the course of you hear that? That was a fucking Jesus Christ. They're going faster and faster, man. Anyway, it's because over the course of we letting Muslims in, mainly Muslims, fucking refugees and that. It's the terrorism has been growing exponentially, and do you know what that means? That means that Muslims are doing it. I mean, it's quite easy to mark up if you're not stupid like this fucking. I'm gonna call her a cunt, but I'm not sure she is, but whatever. Who gives a fuck? So she's a stupid goddamn bitch. I'll tell you that for sure, man. She's fucking stupid.
And then we get shocked that we have presidential candidates openly calling for patrols in Muslim neighborhoods, for banning Muslims from the country and issuing special IDs to Muslims. Why do you say that like it's a bad thing?
Yeah, please explain to me why that's actually a bad thing. You said that like you meant it, so I just want an argument back saying that, oh yeah, I believe this because, and I think the argument you're going for is they're normal people, and the fact that I'm trying to ban them is because over the course of us letting refugees in the EU, then terrorism has been growing exponentially. So they don't want that to happen in the UK, no, the US. I'm guessing anyway. I don't know what the fucking presidential candidates actually mean. You know, I'm not friends with them, but that's what I think they mean.
So maybe it's time to rethink the poorly defined language that we use and how that poorly defined language creates programs, policies, and dangerous misunderstandings that have an effect on the lives of millions in this country. How's that for a radical idea?
Alright, no one's going to change the way they use that. Alright, just saying. Just saying. And it's not a radical idea because you're not being radicalized. Just trying to use it in the sense of, you know, well, bro, that's radical, dude. You know, I mean, those people are just stupid beyond all belief. They wouldn't even know what fucking complex means. You feel me, dog? But anyway, yeah. I hope you enjoyed the video, guys. And if you did, leave a like and subscribe. I never asked that, so I thought I might today, but whatever. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.